Hello and welcome back to the Byzantines. So, in between episodes there's been some talking about a variety of things. The first one is restraint, whether we should embrace celibacy or not, and the point that has come across is we probably shouldn't because there is no partition inheritance when you're an administrative. Partition, if you don't know, is where if you have two titles, it'll split your land in half and give one title to one person and one title to the other. The most common type of succession at this part of the game is a version of that called confederate partition, where if you hold two titles, but the titles themselves haven't been created, it will still split your land. For example, over here we have West Francia. This one actually does have two kingdoms. So normal partition, first child gets West Francia, second child gets Aquitaine. If it was Confederate, let's assume Aquitaine doesn't exist. It would create Aquitaine, then give it to the second child, right? So that's basically what partition is. We apparently do not have that, which I think I knew already. We have appointment succession. Under appointment succession, the title and its associated holdings will be inherited by the candidate with the highest score. Any adult in the realm may strive to attain governorship through various means, from scheming to spending influence. So effectively, it's just government. Although it does say we'll lose 5 titles on succession. That's because everything's going to the Basilius anyway, and the reason everything's going to the Basilius is because Arthem has no successor, which we can prove by going in here. Is there a way of seeing like just yours? Weirdly, no. There isn't. Huh. Okay. Anyway, we know it's Epirus, so we'll just click it. I guess you can see it's got a box around it, but still. Yeah, we have no heir, and the reason we have no heir is because, yeah, they're children. Children are not allowed to be an heir. So, there you have it. Anyway, back to the initial point. Why does this affect whether we embrace celibacy or not? Well, it means that you no longer want to keep your number of children low, because having a low number of children is very ideal for a partition government, right? It's because basically the less children you have, the less your land gets split up. With administrative, your land doesn't get split up, so it doesn't matter how many children you have. My counterpoint to this is I do want to try and keep our number of children manageable. And the reason I say manageable is what I want to do is I want to try and focus on the characters we have. I want to try and get each of our children some kind of power, some kind of position, and I want to kind of track them a little bit and try and make sure that different parts of our house are doing well. And I feel that if we have 10 children, say, that's probably a little bit too much, because our 10th child, little Jimmy, we're going to have absolutely no idea what we're doing with him because we're still working on the other 9 characters that we got. So we may take it if we feel like the number of children we got is a little bit out of control, but I'm not rushing to it either way. The other one is the Head of Faith option to get our claim on the Byzantine Empire. People have said there's no reason not to get a claim. You could just use it later. You could put a house member in charge on this next generation. I could. I just don't particularly want to get the Byzantine Empire in any way, shape, or form. And I do find that once you have a claim on an empire, things often just transpire where you just end up getting one. And I would like to avoid that for now, because I kind of want to still explore the mechanics where you don't just randomly inherit an empire. The counterpoint as well is that what we could do is, instead of getting the empire... Oh, never mind. People were saying I could have a look at lower titles and try and get one of those, and then do something with that. But apparently this guy just doesn't have a lower... He does have lower titles. Is there any way I can claim this? How would I do it through other means? I have absolutely no idea. I guess I would... Is this the only way of accessing this? Or do you go to your Head of Faith and then do it that way? I have no idea. Go into here. Head of Faith. Yeah, how do you access this screen otherwise? Kind of interesting. Request claim. So right click. I'm sorry if I missed. Oh, there we go. Request claim. Still only shows the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, so I guess we can only get the Byzantine Empire off of him. We can't try and get a county or anything. Okay, well, there's your answer to your question, why don't we just get a county? Yeah, I don't really want the Byzantine Empire, and it doesn't seem that difficult to get, so there we have it. And then the final thing from the comments, which I actually saw in here, which is going to make it easier to show, raid a state. This is what people think the hostile raiding might mean. I'm not entirely sure. I think it might have just meant raiding, but maybe it does mean raid estates, because you can do a hostile raid in that kind of way, so I don't know. I guess that might be what it means. We'll see next time it pops up. Anyway, I think we're just going to unpause today. We're not going to worry about anything else. We got some money, but not a lot of money. We got children who are growing up. I kind of want to jump forward a little bit in our timeline. So that's what we're going to do. See, our wife is pregnant again. My worry is, if I don't at some point embrace celibacy, our wife is just going to have a child every 9 months on the dot, and we're just going to end up with a huge pile of children. Because her fertility level is insanely high. But we'll see. Oh. I see. There is no longer the slightest doubt in my mind. My lover, Damian, has given birth to a son, and we both know that I am his father. Thankfully, Dami has kept quiet about me, and no one else knows the truth, at least for now. So we can keep Artemisio as a secret, or we can say, the world will know of my child. Do we expose his child heritage secret? I don't know. What does our character feel like? We're arbitrary, zealous, and diligent. I have absolutely no idea what our character would do. Which is my usual way if I'm like 50-50 on it. Well, we could reveal that this is our child. Yeah, you know what? We shall reveal that this is our child. We will take responsibility for this child. The secret that Artemisio is my child is suddenly on everyone's lips. I already knew that Artemisio was the result of my dalliances with Damian, but the repercussions for Artemisio could be dire. To live life as a bastard is not an easy thing. Okay. You were his father. He became a member of our house. We exposed our lover's secret. And the Basilius imprisoned my, Oh no. The Basilius imprisoned her. Well, that's not good. My level of devotion also dropped. Dear God, go outside. It's late, and I'm tucking into a gripping thesis on classical grammar. Just as I start giggling at some delightfully snide marginalia left by the previous reader, my wife enters the room. Spineless man, you neglect everything but your studies, reading indoors alone from dusk till dawn. Get your head out of those dusty scrolls or don't come to my bed tonight. As you wish. I get alluring confidence, which increases our fertility. Probably not necessary. We can read the excerpts together and she can gain some learning, or I need not lay with you. I have the warm embrace of knowledge. I'm going to increase her learning, which will in turn increase our learning, because I believe that we get, is it half of it? We get half her learning, I think, as default. No, we get 1/5 of her learning as default. Yeah, so it might increase her learning. We would get half if we made that our primary goal. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. You won't like it, but let's do it. Okay. So, that didn't increase our learning at all, but it might if we can push it up a little bit further. Right. With that, we now have our third son, Artemios. Oh, it's Artemios. I think I'm reading it incorrect. Okay, apologies. So he is a bastard. We could legitimize him if we wanted to. How much does it cost to legitimize him? Not that I want to legitimize him, but it's only 150 prestige. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't believe that I can educate you because we're already educating 2 children. So we may need to find someone else to do that. Also, Basilius, how do you feel about letting her out of your dungeon? Have you considered that? Pay ransom or spend influence to increase acceptance. I will use my influence to free her from the dungeon, which she will appreciate. Okay. She is indebted to us. She should no longer be ill either, because, well, she should no longer be dungeon ill. There we go. So that's fine. Yeah, that's not ideal. Maybe I will have her educate her own child for now. Just to give her somebody to... And then we'll find this person a proper educator later. When he's 6 years old. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Let us carry on. Right. Anyway, my goal was basically to let our children grow up a little bit, so... Ooh, new thing here. Oh, also your War Declaration Allowed law is no longer valid and was replaced by War Declaration Restricted. Only governors with frontier and naval province administration can wage external wars. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So this means we actually have to care about what our thing is. So what is it? Our thing is... Oh, it's balanced. I see, that is ours. So we could switch to naval or frontier if we wanted to. But I would need to actually... yeah, I would need to do some work to make it happen. And I'd have to have a reason to want to make the change. Why would he not accept it? My governor efficiency is low. So that's the reason why you want to raise your own governor efficiency. It allows you to make demands of the Basilius. And he doesn't like me. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, that's fine. I guess we're unbalanced. That seems okay. For now. Anyway, interesting. So now we're not allowed to declare war internally or externally. While I have come to expect mischief from my son and heir, Zacharias, his creativity keeps me on my toes. When it is not a prank, it is a brawl, a disgruntled tutor, or Gray's knees from an adventure gone wrong. He is rowdy. I think rowdy can lead to things like, trying to remember. I think it can lead to like ambitious and brave, potentially. Oh yeah, also, do we have anything we want to pass on to our children? Diligent is really good. I'd like to pass on Diligent. Can I pass that on to you? How long do I have to wait? You have to be 4 years old. Okay, so when he's 4, we can try and pass on Diligent. Okay, we'll see. Right. That's fine. Do we want to marry off our lover or not? That's the other question we have for ourselves here. Could ask her to take the vows and join the clergy. No, I don't think that seems like something we want to do. Adopt house member. Adopt her as a member of our house. Now that just seems complicated. And I don't think it's something we want to do. Break up. Probably not. I'm just seeing what my options are really here. Could find her someone to marry, I suppose, but I think we're fine for now. My daughter. Okay. We have a daughter, which is fantastic. The daughter is called Rachel. Fantastic. Okay. Go with that. So, I don't really know what we're going to do with the daughter. Probably marry her off would be my imaginate. Like, that seems like that would fit what I think we're going to do there. You know what we could also do with her daughter? We could have her being educated by her mother for now. Yeah, that seems fine. Right. Carry on. Oh, we can also take Know Thyself and Healthy. Fantastic. And then we just have Whole of Body and we're done, in theory, with learning. House Skleros is now considered a Byzantine powerful family. That's Athens. Okay. Cool. Good for them. Yeah. What's the next thing we want in our estate? Let's have a look at this. So we have no more buildings, so we may want to upgrade the estate itself, as in to get to the next level. But it's 360 and we don't have city planning. Okay. Grain fields, we cannot upgrade until we get another 130 gold. And it's probably not super worth it. Same with the olive grove right now. They just cost a huge amount. Although the earlier you get the income, the better. I didn't really mean to close that. We can also build one more thing here, or we could upgrade our books. Upgrading our books could be good. We could do that now and make our personal physician better. It would also give us more monthly learning lifestyle experience, but I don't think that's actually that important because we're gonna ditch we're gonna ditch the learning lifestyle soon. But yeah, let's upgrade that. Let's spend our money a little bit. Okay, what's this other war we're in? An independence war. Defending against Holland. Okay, so this must be a Lotharingian war then. Yes, this is a Lotharingian war that he just happens to be in. Fair enough, fair enough. We won't worry about it then. Also, I suspect the Basilius is going to spend a lot more time in this war. Or at least you'd hope. Damian has come to me, and I immediately knew why. She is with child, and there is little doubt in her heart, as in mine, as to who the father is. However, with my marriage to Georgia, there is nothing I can do except hope that my involvement stays secret. Never thought it would come to this. Again. Yes. Okay, new noble family. We have a new noble family with no land associated, the Bescond family. We also have a new powerful family, the Bescond family. They're powerful and they're new. Okay, interesting. Generated out of nowhere of that. Still, the Basilius fights. For years now, the forces of Basilios have waged a holy war against Caliph Abdallah of Abbasid. In the provinces, we hear tales of terse sieges, of uncertain battles fought to muddled, bloody ends. We debate dreams of foreign conquest. The dreams are Basilius chases. The faith of the people wavers. God has not favored the Basilius. By all reports, his armies court defeat. I'll march to the front, loyal soldier that I am. That seems awfully optimistic. I mean, we're not terrible, but we're not the best fighter I've ever seen. The Basilius accepts your aid. You join the holy war. You pay him money, but I get a hook on him. Alright. A strong ruler could have ended this. Candidate score for the Byzantine Empire increases by 20. So that would be pushing us in charge of the Byzantine Empire. The provinces are so far from the Basilius' thoughts, and so susceptible to my machinations. That would get us strategos stuff, and we can then get up to level 1. Okay. Exploited embattled sovereign for 10 years. So that means we get domain taxes. It would lower the construction time of our own domiciles, but it would also lower control growth and popular opinion. Or a pious donation in his name. I mean, our piety did drop recently. We could start trying to push that up, or our devotion did drop. And it would lower our stress. I am kind of tempted by this one, though. I think gaining extra in the trait might be good. You know what? Even though we're stressed, I'm going to take this one. I think this seems good for us. Yeah, let's try and get some personal strength. I think that seems useful. Okay. Of uncertain stock. Damian is carrying the burden of having given birth to a fatherless bastard. It is terrible for an unmarried woman and her child, yet I cannot let it be known that I am the true father. Oh, what will become of my son? Theodosius. The child is mine. I will expose her child heritage secret. The secret that Theodosius is my child is suddenly on everyone's lips. I already knew that Theodosius was the result of my dalliances with Damian, but the repercussions for Theodosius could be dire. To live life as a bastard is not an easy thing. I do lose another level of devotion. My sinful acts continue to come at a cost. We are now definitely a sinner. But this is now our child. So we have yet another child. And this time, his mother did not get imprisoned, and we didn't have to negotiate her out of you know, prison, which I think is good. Okay. So we could at this point say that's maybe enough children. Potentially. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one more child and I'll start thinking about things. Anyway. To my vassal. May you live in harmony and contentment. I regret to inform you that I've decided to increase your contractual obligations. Surely you understand my plight. The Byzantine Empire is in dire need of protection, and your contribution plays a huge part. And besides, you do owe me. Signed, Basilios of the Byzantine Empire. Okay, your vassal contract has gained a military administration. So we pay a lot less taxes, which is good. We're actually making about an extra 0.4 per month due to not paying the taxes. But we have to provide more levies. It also means our men-at-arms maintenance is down by 20%. Maybe actually that's what's causing us to not. Maybe that's what's caused our money to go up. And increases our number of title men-at-arms regiments. Oh, cool. Does lower my development growth though, which isn't ideal. Increase governor efficiency based on marshal. Yep, that's not going to go a long way. That's going to increase it by 2.5% apparently. Okay. So that, I believe, is what we were looking at in here. So that is, yeah, so we've now moved from balanced to military. Okay. Interesting. Is taxes actually shown as an expense here? Yeah, liege taxes. Yeah, so that might be where some of the difference came. How much do our men-at-arms cost? So it's minus 20%. Yeah, so it's a combo of the two has caused us to gain a little bit more money per month. I like that. And it has no obligations for me to actually do anything. I mean, I could, like, raise the size of these armies, you know, increase them, make them available, but, I mean, how much do these cost? 39? Wait, no, that's an extra 39. Oh, right, yeah, so that's going to cost 83. Plus an extra 0.26 per month. Yeah, no, I'm not really interested in that. I'd prefer to gain some income first. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are going. My wife falls pregnant. Okay, I think now might be the time. This is kind of the point where I'm like, if it goes to the point where I have to click to see additional children, maybe we've had enough children for now. We can always undo that at some point as well if we want to. So I am actually going to embrace celibacy now. Which will also give us some piety per month, which might help. I do like how it says, cannot have children. Like, you can. I'm fairly certain you can have children. If, say, your wife is already pregnant. But I get what it's meaning. That's fine. Right. Next for us. I think we're good. Are you 4 yet? You are 4. Fantastic. You're going to become influenced. You are going to be diligent, whether you like it or not. Well, on a 46% chance. I approach my son Zacharias and ask, when do I call you to attend upon, or when I call you to attend upon me, do you serve well? I try my best, Strategos. Your best. I don't expect skill of you yet, boy. I expect perseverance. Don't you feel the joy of play when you've done goodly work? Stop doubting, thinking. Do, just do. Zacharias springs to his feet. I'll not disappoint you, father. He has gained diligent. That is fantastic news. That is a great trait for him to have. Yep, fantastic. Can I do it again? How long do I have to wait? I have to wait 3 years, which probably means we will have him being educated by someone else at that point. But that's okay. That's perfectly alright. Okay then. Wonderful. Right. I kind of see our first goal as get a child to be an adult, then get them to be a candidate for our title and get them to inherit our title. I feel like that's kind of like our first objective. Then we can start pushing it a little bit further. We can start being like, okay, the next child we're going to try and push onto a different title. And then we're just going to expand out like that. I know I'm not directly interacting with a ton of mechanics right now, but it's so that we can add on to them bit by bit and make sure that I actually get a rough understanding of how admin is meant to work. Anyway, I perfectly understand that we could just get a claim on the Byzantine Empire, get a couple of allies, push our claim on the Empire, and we'd be Emperor. But we're going to try a little bit more nuance. In the bud. All across the realm, the power of a new family appears to be taking root. Like a weed, they have spread their influence to all corners of our society, and scarcely a day goes by without hearing the name AlpaxLP. Okay. There is now a new powerful family. Okay, cool. Heresy. Polacans in Cappadocia. No, we're not going to convert religion. I'm afraid that's just not going to happen. Some people are, but I'm not going to. For a bit of gold. The sound of a bag of coins is one that is difficult to mistake. Mayor Theophanes opens the door, nodding energetically. My liege, what a resplendent estate this is! The servants have been marvelling at the olive grove since the morn. Theophanes gestures vaguely in its direction. It would be my great pleasure to assist you in ensuring we get the full benefit out of it. Okay. Oil is the most basic ingredient, and that gets us a small oil mill. Wait, so that immediately upgrades it? Or we need every coin in order to keep it that way? As an immediate upgrade? So this would normally cost 160. So what he's saying here is, hey, I'll give you the second upgrade for 75 plus 60 influence. Which, 60 influence we get back in 20 months. Yeah. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good to me. We will be in debt briefly, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm very okay with that, actually. Yeah. So, that means... Has this upgraded? Library is being constructed. Yeah, library is being constructed. That said we would get the next thing, didn't it? I'm sure that said we'd get the small oil mill. Right? Am I going crazy? Did something else get upgraded? Is it because we're already building? My son. We have Leontius here. Okay. Actually, to keep up with the naming scheme, you're going to be Joshua. Why am I saying to keep up with the naming scheme? Well, this way we have our trueborn children with a traditional Orthodox name, and then our bastard children with a, I assume, Greek culture name. So, makes them a little easier to tell apart, I think. We really didn't get the thing. Let me just, you know what? I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to have a look, and I'm going to check. Well, here's the event that we had previously. Oil is the most basic ingredient. Adds small oil mill to the Hexavulus estate. Yeah. And that's what I clicked, I'm fairly certain. Let me just go forward. Wait, when I clicked it, is it because I had the library on the same day or something? So, let me just, as muted, let me play. Just, you know, to confirm my own suspicions here. So, I clicked it. Yeah, it just didn't give it to us. Alright then. Well, we'll go back to the game. There's nothing we can do about it. And, yeah, we'll live and learn. Right, back in the game, just to confirm. Hexavulus estate. No small oil mill. It must be because we're already building. That's my only, like, logical thing there. Like, maybe... Yeah, maybe it's done some weird way. I don't know. We'll save before we do the next one. If we get another one of those, and we'll check. But it's a little bit annoying that it took the money, but it didn't give us the building. That's a little odd. Anyway. Right. Unpause. Spouse. Glittering opportunity. My lord. Even Gelos shuffles up to me and smiles kindly. I was approached by Lady Georgia, who in her wisdom suggested an arrangement between the two of us. Since you could use some financial aid, and I could use some social assistance. Okay. I can borrow 50 gold from him, and I can also then repay it. Why don't you donate it to the church instead, or you should donate it to the poor? We need to get our, yeah, we need to get our devotion back up. We are also zealous, so this will make us less stressed. Donate it to the church. We'll get it back in 5 months. Don't worry about it. Religious head established. The Zengi masters have proclaimed the celestial master Shang Tu as their head of faith. Cool. Too much of a good thing. Never would I have thought that a man would have too much love. Yet, it seems life has proved me wrong. Some days I feel as if my spare time is nothing but gazing at the stars alongside Georgia and attending exclusive feasts with Damian. How long can I go on like this? These women will be the end of me. That's also interesting. It's got a double space there, which usually implies that there's another word that's meant to fit in there, but I have no idea what there would be. We'll just get the stress. That's fine. Boundary dispute, Caria. Strategos Theodorus has had the Terma of Caria transferred from Lycia to Epethos. Okay, so they got a county title over here moved from this one to this one. Huh. Okay. Maybe we could try doing something like that. Let's pick somebody who's small next to us and let's just see if we can get some land moved to us. So you're just a little independent person underneath the Basilius. Can I somehow get your land? Challenge status. I can steal influence. Point support. Maybe it needs to be somebody who has a duchy, so I can take some of their land. Forced to step down. Raid estate. Boundary dispute. There we go. You attempt to bring one of his neighboring counties under my governorship. Okay, odds are poor. He loses opinion of me when I start this hit. Ah. Okay. Interesting. So what's this based on? Possible agents in your court, scheme modifiers, title tier, your diplomacy. Oh, so it's kind of a diplomacy thing that you can do here. Huh. Okay. I don't want to actually do it right now. I just want to see what our options are. Also, if I wanted to raid his estate, what we're looking at here. That's an intrigue challenge. So boundary disputes are a diplomacy challenge. Raid estates are an intrigue challenge. Also, a request raid remit. Ask the Basilius' permission to raid another royal family. Will not be considered criminal if you've discovered to have raided them. Oh, that's intriguing. And then this guy doesn't know about it. Oh, okay. Compel resignation. So I can get the Basilius to remove him from office. So I can force him to step down, which is force this guy to step down. And compel resignation is ask the Basilius to get this guy to step down. Oh, okay. Slander. Let me just see what slander is on. That's a diplomacy check as well. Okay. Influence candidacy. That's just spend influence. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Bolster governance. What we're looking at here. His opinion of me would go up and he'd get that. Oh, okay. And then we also have undermine governments, which is the opposite. So that would make him lose any bolster governance he had. Oh, okay. Interesting. Mentor in governance. So that requires a private study building. Okay. I'm just again seeing what we got. Ingratiate family, so we could attempt to win the favor of them. Promote. And what's challenge status? What we're looking at here. That's a learning challenge. So challenging status, okay. That is learning challenge versus people. Maybe we want to do that against somebody. I don't know. Does that give me any extra stuff? So if successful, I would gain influence. If successful, we'd do that and lower his powerful family rating. Okay. So I have forgotten. So I'm going to just renew my knowledge here. How do you get to be a powerful family? Okay. Main factor is number of held governorships. Must have a rating of at least 40. Let me head back in here. We'll go noble families. Hopefully it tells us somewhere. Like, is there a way of seeing, like... Ah, there we go. Living house members. House heads level of influence. So, so if we gain more influence points, we can increase our level of influence, which might push us into the powerful families. So that would be a reason to do that. Okay, so where are we currently? We're probably somewhere near the bottom due to having done absolutely nothing towards this. Oh no, we're actually like, we're on the cusp. We are right there. So if we can drag someone else down and drag ourselves up, we can potentially get ourselves into here. Okay. So, I don't know, maybe I just pick somebody. Like you. Maybe I pick you. Or maybe you, Mr. I have no land, yet I'm a powerful person. Yeah. A state is located in the capital, gives you plus 10 influence. Ah, so if you don't care about the buffs that your estate is giving your land, you can move it to the capital, which will then allow you to gain plus 10, but obviously you're missing out on the bonuses you would have from having it in your land. Okay. So if I want to challenge his status here, we could do that. Okay. Balanced agents gives us a proponent, an intermediary, a socialite, and a bureaucrat, and an amanuensis in here. Could also go for scheme potential, which gets rid of the secrecy in its entirety. Or we can get rid of the secrecy in its entirety and go with speed. Let's go with speed. Since our odds are decent, and speed means that we might not need to worry about the secrecy. Yeah, let's do that. Start scheme. I'm going to try it. Also, if it fails, what's he going to do? He's like, he doesn't have any land. Okay. We're just making an enemy for literally no reason at all, but let's see. So, do we have no agents who would join? Ah, we would need to offer them things. I see. My prestigious good word and influence is not enough. A hook on myself might be for this guy. Okay. Let's see if we got anyone who's closer. You? Yeah, you also wouldn't accept any of that. That's fine. So you're 55. How about 50? Guaranteed seat on my council. But like, wait a second. You can't have a seat on my council because you're not my vassal. But that would give us plus 30. Wait. But sure, this would, his vassal contract would gain vassal rights obligation. Wait, oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. Ah, that would explain it. This is my vassal. Oh. Okay. I can get him down to a 0. That's not bad. I can almost get him there. Like a little opinion boost would do it, actually, with him. Okay. I just seeing what else I've got here. I can push him in first in line to the Byzantine Empire. No, I think that's fine. Right. Anyone lower than 50? There we go. Our bodyguard, 25. You would join. You would accept my prestigious good word and some influence. Yes. Let's do that then. Let's get this guy in. Wonderful. So now we're up to 45. Intermediary. Really struggling to find people who are willing to join this thing. 45. There we go. Oh, he doesn't actually like the things that we're offering as much. Could give him a hook. I don't know what a hook would do. I mean, apart from gaining me critical stress. Offer him all of that. It's quite a lot, but it would allow him to join our scheme. Let's do it. Let's do it. We are now overwhelmed by stress. Okay. We would love some people who would increase our speed here. Yeah. Because otherwise it's going to be quite slow per phase. Anyone in here I can actually get into this? 45. Nope. Okay, 45. No, I think the 50 must have been for a reason. They must have really liked what we're offering. Can maybe give one of these guys a hook on me. Let's see if we can get... Like, if I gave you a hook, prestigious good word, and influence, yes, you would accept that. You know what? You can also have a hook on me. Okay, we're down to 34 days per phase, or 49 days per phase. That's not bad. You? No, we don't want you. You're my vassal. Specifically, I don't want my vassal because your hook might be useful. Anyone else? I don't have any more influence to spend, so he's the only person who could have joined. Okay, well, let's take that in case anybody is willing to join. Okay, well, let's have our stress. Mental break, emptiness inside. Nothing I do satisfies me anymore. Despite all my efforts, I can find neither happiness nor peace of mind. It's as though something were missing. What could help fill this gnawing hole in my soul? Could it be a excess of money? Could it be roast swan? Or could I just gain 18 stress? I'll just gain 18 stress. That seems fine. Okay. Learning perk available. Wonderful. We will grab whole of body. That is fantastic. It is just a great trait to have. And now we're pretty much done in terms of learning. What are our other options here? Well, I guess what we could do if we really wanted to is we could go down here, get learn on the job for 20% of our counselor's primary skills added to our stuff. And maybe that would be good. I mean, we can see how long that would take. It's 2 years per perk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 perks. So 12 years. 14 years. 16 years if I want all of it. In 16 years, we will be 53. Okay. So it's 53 and 49. So we could do that. The other option is that we switch into something like this. We grab ourselves maybe Groom to Rule, which gives us a little extra children skill points, which seems great. We could also maybe go down Intrigue, Stewardship. Wanderer is also pretty good. Inspection's very solid in terms of like boosting your realm. I think getting it early is good. It would allow us to do tutoring trips, which would then mean that our children would join us, which might actually be okay. You know what? I kind of feel like that might be good, actually. Gives us an ability to boost our children up with tutoring trips. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So, if we're doing that, do we take every travel location lowers our stress by 2, or do we take points of interest increase our prestige by 50? Or do we take the stewardship and intrigue? I think I take some diplomacy here. Let's get a journey focus. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We'll start building that one up. Wonderful. New powerful family. Melios. Okay. They actually do have some land. Okay. Don't know why that's my level of acceptable versus unacceptable, but there you have it. Oh no, it seems I'm falling over again, my jester Adrianos exclaims with a comical tone, plummeting dangerously close to my Asaeus' blood blade. I'm so clumsy. I surely hope I can stay upright this time, he says, plummeting dangerously close to my Asaeus' blood blade. By the blood, my luck is rotten, he giggles, plummeting dangerously close to my Asaeus' blood blade. After all of this, not a scratch on his body. So we can lose some stress, or I can say, it's no fun if there's no blood, do it again, harder. Well, we lose more stress not mutilating him, so I think that we will not do that. The Basilius lost his war against the Abbasids. Not a great sign. Yeah, I'm assuming that might be because he sent his troops to Holland, but, you know, we'll see. It says I can declare wars. Is that true? I'm fairly certain. Didn't the Basilius pass a thing that said I can't declare wars? I'm fairly certain he did, right? Yeah. So I can't declare wars. Yeah. Okay. I just thought I'd check. So this is just a lie. It means I do have Casus. It means just all it really means is I have Casus Belli. It doesn't mean I can actually declare the war. Okay. Cool. Peasant revolt is attacking our liege. It spawned in his capital. Lovely. And down here. Unconditionally. As I lean over the map in my chamber, a sudden creak turns my head towards the entrance. My son Isaac appears at the threshold, running running like the wind towards me, shrieking, "Hugs!" He leans in close and seizes my hips in a firm hug. I look at him, a hidden tear in my eye, while my hand is stroking his hair in an effort to reciprocate the gesture. You're a good son. Aww. You're also 3, which means that we cannot force you to be diligent. So, we will wait a little bit. And now we can force you to be diligent. Well, we can force you to maybe be diligent. Influence Ward's personality. It's 88% because he doesn't have a negative thing here. Okay. Let's see if we can make him diligent. Same event as last time. He is diligent, and I gain 2 stress because I actually gain basically no stress due to full of body and all the other negatives in here, like carefree as well. So that's minus 40% stress just from those 2, which is pretty nice. How is this going? Over here. Over here. There we go. It's going all right. It could be found out at any moment, which is not ideal, but we could also fire it at any moment. 38% chance. What's the best that we can get to? 58%, and we're gaining 7% per phase. Yeah, we might as well just let this run. Oh no, he knows that I'm doing it. Oh well. It actually doesn't lower the percentage apparently, so that's fine. Yeah, added a scheme breach, but that's okay. I'm not overly worried about that. It's 1 breach out of 5. We'll keep going. An outdoors companion. My liege, I've noticed that you're in dire need of a travelling companion. I hear my caravan master, Apollyonia, say as she enters my study. She gives me a knowing look. There's a merchant caravan passing by Nicopolis today, and I saw that they had a large selection of animals at sale. As for more details, she mentions the dogs, horses, and falcons, of all sizes that she saw. Reflecting on it, I think to myself, maybe a companion for my travels is just what I need. It's in 50 on a warhorse, 50 on a dog, or 15 on a hunting raptor, where I have no interest in a pet. We could get a hunting raptor. The negative is that I would have to go on a hunt, and I do not have the money for that. But we could. We definitely could. It would give us prestige per month for having it. The only one I can afford. That's the thing. Like, a dog might be great, but I can't actually afford a dog. Alright, we will get our hunting falcon. Sure. I will spend money for it. And we are now maxed out here. Okay. Learning on the job. Of those I've chosen to involve in this little scheme, Anatolius is probably not the absolute most skilled. Still, he's clearly applying himself, determined not to let my efforts go to waste, with the aim of improving his skill in matters of learning. Bettering yourself is costly, but it helps us all in the end. So we can try and improve him here, to get 1 learning on our bodyguard. Credit goes naturally to our mastermind. He doesn't like us. His learning has already gone up by 2. I see. But every other agent would like me by 15. Or we can say the plan goes well. Let's say the plan goes well. Let's just gain the progress. Because I think getting to 10 keys is probably our play here. There's another scheme breach. Oh no. Okay, we're at 10. I think we take the chance. I think we execute the scheme. For level 2, which gives us a 63% chance. Let's go. Did it work? Success! In the past months, I haven't wasted a single occasion to make Lord Sevag look like a fool in public. I've tricked him into making blunders at court, outshone him in the knowledge of the classics, and led him into supporting untenable financial measures just to sweep in and correct him. After a very successful religious debate in which I skillfully made it seem like Sevig was promoting heretical beliefs, I can consider myself satisfied with the results achieved. So I reduced his powerful family rating and gained ourselves 113 influence, which now pushes us a lot closer to the next level. Wonderful. And most importantly, we have, we've knocked him down a peg here. He's now only at 51. Anyway, this guy is now considered a powerful family as well. Okay, cool. We don't really have enough influence to make that happen again, and we have no money, but okay, we learned something. We learned what it would be like if we actually wanted to do a thing. My liege, my steward, Theophanes, approaches or addresses me as he enters the room. Everyone at court knows how happy you are to share your travelling tales and exploits, to everyone's great pleasure, I assure you. He continues. I heard about a local bard that has become particularly popular as of late. Some sort of minstrel the peasants like. With the right motivation, maybe you could start sharing some of your tales around the realm. And say, you're right, everyone deserves to hear my tales. We get local bards, or I can think of a better way to spend the coin. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. That only gets me popular opinion. I'm not really interested in popular opinion. I think I'm pretty much alright. So you're now... Oh, my son is now 6. Fantastic. My second son's 5. Third son is 4. So what we could potentially do is we could get my player heir educated by someone else. Although if I wait until November, we could maybe do this slightly better. Because I could then influence him again if I wanted to. Not that I know... I don't really want to, actually. I don't want to give him zealous or arbitrary. I guess I'd give him zealous, but I don't really want to give him zealous. Anyway, I think we find an educator for our heir. We switch ourselves to educating Artemius. We then switch... well, then that's fine, yeah. Yeah, we switch ourselves to educating him. We influence him. Then we... do the same thing with the next child, and then we keep doing it down the list. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, what we're going to do then is next time we're going to start with finding an educator for a son. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.